Welcome everyone, GoPro channel here, I'm Michael, and time for another comparison video. This time we're putting side by side the Hero 6 by GoPro versus the Explorer K, coming from the new Elecam sub-brand called Rexso. Elecam have long history in the world of action cameras. A few years ago they started with the sub-brand Elecam, which transitioned into MG Cool, which at the end turned out to be a spin-off. Kind of unsuccessful because MG Cool are now no longer existing. You know, they just closed their operations a few months ago. So right now the new sub-brand of Elecam, which is about action cameras, called Rexso, with some impressive characteristics, is this Explorer K action camera. It in fact very much reminds the hardware components of the E-Lite, E4K Lite or whatever it's called. It has high silicon chipset produced by Huawei with pretty decent optics and I would say impressive performance when it comes to shooting. So, the GoPro Hero 6 versus the Explorer K on the GoPro channel, starting now! The microphone was easy to rate here. Unfortunately, the levels on the Explorer K were too low, and honestly, it will be hard to beat the sensitivity of the Hero 6 anyways. Important to mention that both microphones record in stereo. Continuing with the hardware, we discover well-equipped models. The Explorer K makes great impression, packing a high silicon chipset and sensor and lens that produce true 4K within less than $100, which is impressive. Because we won't pay attention to the price in this test, the winner is of course the Hero 6. GoPro is partnering with a Japanese chipmaker to produce the in-house GT1 that can record 4K in 60 frames per second. The sensor quality is also superior here, much more capable and powerful hardware, and another point for the Hero 6. Next, we compare the user experience. There is significant difference here, and it is in favor of the more expensive model. The Explorer K is easy to navigate and it relies on its hardware buttons. Some of the menus have weird naming, like Stabilization, which is called DIS, Digital Image Stabilization. Weirdly, menus are sort of tile-based, which could make you think there's a touchscreen, but there isn't. The touchscreen is on the GoPro. I got used to the navigation really fast, and this kind of experience is shared by many other users. It has the best organized menus, and I love how natural it feels to go from standard auto settings to pro-grade features where you can choose shutter speed, ISO, color grade, and so on. Well-deserved point for the Hero 6. In terms of accessories, the Explorer K gains a point back. It has plenty of useful mounts that will help you to get cool footage from various angles without having to buy extra things. Furthermore, look at the carrying box. It is part of the original accessories and I truly love and praise this idea. You probably know that it is a sort of tradition, the Hero series, to be shipped with almost no accessories. In GoPro's defense, the body is now waterproof, meaning that you can shoot underwater without having to buy an extra case. Next are the features. Both cameras lack car mode. Differences are many more: 2.4 and 5.8 bands for Wi-Fi, possibility for external microphone, although quite expensive. There's auto low light, manual audio control, GPS, dedicated post-production software, and so on. The Hero 6 wins another round. Keep in mind that despite the serious score difference, the Explorer K performs surprisingly good and seems to be worth every single penny you'd paid for it. Sometimes a cheaper device can surprise you with its quality, and buying an expensive camera immediately raises your expectations pretty high, which can easily lead to disappointments. Who will get the point for build quality? Let's find out. The Explorer K is made of good plastic. The buttons are well positioned and clicky. Materials are not top, and that of course is in line with the tempting price. Putting both side by side, the GoPro feels more premium. Besides the amazingly well-built body, it shines with extremely quality materials and waterproof rating that doesn't require a case. Next, we examine the stabilization. The Explorer K does a good job. It is admirable to see a sub-$100 model that actually stabilizes 4K. Most of the mid-range smartphones are not capable of doing that yet. We also have to be fair and admit the Hero 6 stabilization is the best in its class. Resolution and frames per second will be Hero 6's easiest point. 4K at 60 and Full HD at 240 frames per second. 2K is up to 120, and even at higher rate the footage quality remains good. In that segment, the Explorer K disappoints a bit. Nothing useful higher than 60 frames per second. In simple words, the model produced by Rexso is not suitable for slow motion videos, which seem to gain popularity in the last few months. Battery life? Comparable on both cameras. Results were close. The Hero 6 remains slightly better. In real life, expect around an hour of shooting. A good moment to say that spare batteries are cheaper for the Explorer K, and you will hardly get any fakes. If you plan to buy non-original batteries for the Hero 6, reconsider. It will be a very bad idea because of the signature verification that the firmware has. To make sure that your footage is safe, you need a proper microSD. GoPro is more picky, requiring usually higher than Class 10 cards. Because of the slightly lower bitrate, the Explorer K is happy with just Class 10, and there's the next point for it. I won't surprise you by saying that the app for the Hero 6 is way better. Through the GoPro's developed software, you can do more adjustments, you have better options, and there even is the possibility to upgrade the firmware. The app for the Explorer K works. Alright, sometimes there could be slight communication issues and has low rating in Play Store. Not too much left. I've always looked closely at how companies perform, and an excellent example of how much a brand cares about its customers is how often they fix problems that customers report. You may find a lot of information about the initial firmware struggles that Hero 6 users had at the start, and after a couple of months, the camera is finally stable and well-performing. Unfortunately, there are no frequent updates for the Explorer K, which makes it another easy point for the competition. We have 3 more tests left, and for number 13, which is the picture quality, you had like 10 minutes to make up your mind and decide which one is better. My personal opinion, and the point that I'm giving here, is to the GoPro Hero 6, but the Explorer K does surprisingly well. I mean, the picture quality of this camera is up to par with much more expensive solutions, so that was really close. Number 14, the price. We have a ratio 1:4, meaning that if you pay $85 to $100 for the Explorer K, you are getting the Hero 6 for no less than $399 without accessories, which, trust me, can be very expensive. Just as an example, converter for possibility to mount external microphone that only costs $50 and the rest is just hilarious in terms of pricing. As for number 15, which is the last topic here, popularity or coolness, if we Google GoPro Hero 6, you can see the amount of results, which is significantly higher than the results returned for the Explorer K. And with that, I think we again have the Hero 6, which is the clear winner. But don't forget, this camera costs almost 5 times more than the Rexso Explorer K. So at the end, which one is better? It really depends. Very often, if you own something which is slightly cheaper but has great features, you might feel much happier than if you have something which is more expensive and is not up to par with your usually high expectations, and that can very easily happen with an expensive device of the class of Hero 6. There are a lot of elements which remain kind of unmentioned or probably not exactly reviewed, like the fact that both support the X265 codec. Well, the lens of the Explorer K is a bit narrower and we have wider lens on the Hero 6, and it also supports Super View, giving you even wider field of view. One thing I should warn you about, make sure that the Rexso does not run out of battery, because it probably wouldn't write down the last file properly, which can result into damaging the file system or even worse, damaging your micro SD card. As for the rest, it was really enjoyable to make this test for you. Maybe if you have a favorite action camera and you want me to put it next to the Hero 6 and figure out how much different both perform, just share it with me over the comment section below. And before I finish everything, do me a favor, smash the like button, because, well, there seems to be a team of haters, or just a single hater or a person who is concerned about the quality of production that we do here, that keeps on disliking every single video that I publish. Show them that over here we have a place for positive people and we absolutely do not welcome haters. I really want this community to be useful and this to be a place where we exchange information and help each other. And thank you in advance for helping me in this cause. If you enjoyed the video, why not share it with your friends? Because these are two of the most exciting action cameras of the summer of 2018, so it could be a good buying recommendation for someone. Speaking of which, yes, you can support us using the affiliate links below. And I guess that's all for now. Very soon there's gonna be a video about a new SJ Cam product, and there's gonna be something new coming from Firefly, so stay tuned for that. That's been everything about this episode. It's been absolute pleasure and I hope to see you soon. Cheers!